boys my age. Maybe he's in college. Or maybe he's one of Highland's part-time residents, spending summers on Cape Cod, and the rest of the year someplace else. I haven't exactly played out this scenario in my head, so everything I do from this point forward is just improvising. I reach around to my messenger bag, stuffed with end-of-the-year assignments, random poetry books that littered the bottom of my locker for most of the year, and my trusty notebook, still somewhat fresh and filled with blank pages ready for my summer musings. You should take my information for when the police arrive. I scribble down what I think is important, my name and cell number. Then I offer it up to him, my hand lingering between us, his eyes studying the paper for a moment. Thanks, he says, taking it with his pointer and middle finger and offering me a tight smile as he turns back to his car. Sure thing. Mac, says Melly from beside me, yanking my hand and tightening her grip. Let's go. I have to show Mom my whale. All right, Melly, chill out. I glance down in time to catch her rolling her eyes and swiping her bangs out of her face. The boy remains focused on the Audi, the khaki-hued leather interior getting soaked by the hydrant, and the gathering crowd of parents and teachers growing agitated over the fact that he was driving so recklessly around little kids. None of this seems to faze him. Come on, Mac! Melly pulls me down the street towards home. When we get back to the house, Mom is already inside, unpacking groceries from her shopping trip and watching the little kitchen TV on mute. Melly plows through the back door, unhooking her backpack from her shoulders and depositing it on one of the kitchen chairs. Hey, Melly Bear, Mom says, leaning down and kissing the top of my sister's head. How was World Ocean Day? Exquisite, says Melly, emphasizing the T, and shoving her right whale into Mom's hands. Just like I knew it would be. All the teachers told me that the day wouldn't have gone as well if I weren't so responsible and helpful. Took the words right out of my mouth. Mom's standing at the stove, monitoring a pot of water that starts to boil softly. And how was your day, Mac? Fine, I reply. Mac almost got run over, Melly announces. What? Mom's face blanches, and she strides across the room, her hands on my shoulders. What happened? I'm fine. Melly's making it sound worse than it was. A guy swerved to avoid me and hit a fire hydrant. Mac gave him her number. Oh my God, Melly, I say, sliding into a chair beside her. Don't you have some homework to do? I only have a noun worksheet to do, says Melly, her feet tucked up under her knees on the chair. I already finished my reading during workshop this morning. This is it, I think. This is my chance. My sister has literally placed the opportunity at my feet. I take a deep breath. Speaking of workshops, I start. But before I can continue, my stepdad's voice interrupts. Got hot dogs for dinner, Grace. Russ stomps up the back porch steps, a brown paper bag in his arms. I wish you would have texted me. Mom calls out the screen door. Russ pauses on the deck before coming inside, raises his key fob, and locks his Dodge Durango. Why? Because I picked up stuff to make meatloaf. I groan simultaneously with Russ, which causes us both to regard one another in surprise. No meatloaf, I beg, pulling my notebook out of my messenger bag. I start my homework, a creative response to an article we read in class about who, what, or where we call home. I write, changing and adding a few words from fourth period. It's too hot to turn on the oven, Grace, Russ adds. I'll grill some hot dogs. He stands next to Mom at the counter and kisses her cheek, then heads in my direction. Instinctively, my hands crash down on my words, hiding them from his view. They're still too close to me, too new, to share with anyone, least of all Russ. I wasn't looking, he says, holding his hands up in surrender. He pauses at Melly and kisses.